But you know, you got the people who just love playing grappler, like Geef. Oh shit. Oh, my bad. I actually, you know, Geef is right here, right where everyone wants him to be. So this is, you know, just a depiction of what Zangief looks like right now. But you know, maybe I was trolling. But you know, you actually got Geef right here. But you know, I actually did a lazy job with this Geef photo because it's kind of off the screen. But you know, Capcom's been doing a lazy job with Geef right now. What is up, YouTube? We are going to be doing a video on how to pick your main character in fighting games. There's always been this whole controversy. People don't know who to pick, like what characters. There's so many characters in fighting games, but I just wanted to do like a quick rundown on how I pick my main characters and how we go about picking our characters, because there's probably over 1,000 fighting game characters in total, so there's so many options to choose from. So let's get started. The first way most people pick their characters is they pick the cool character. And you know, the cool characters are all subjective, but you know, I had to go with the coolest character created in all of fighting games. We got Dormammu. Dormammu's probably the sickest fighting game character ever created. No bias, obviously. I played Dormammu in Marvel 3, I played Dormammu in Marvel's Capcom Infinite. Dormammu's got to be the coolest character in all of fighting games. I feel like picking characters off of like aesthetics and how cool they look is always the safest bet when picking character. Now, me thinking Dormammu is cool is just subjective, because you know, I think the Flamehead's badass, the whole story and the lore and all this the spells, the gameplay. There's so much going on with Dormammu, but there's actually plenty of other cool ass characters I think are in fighting games. We got Dormammu, we've got also Johnny. I think Johnny's sick. I love Johnny in Guilty Gear Rev. So I think Johnny's also another sick character that people can get into and play when they're looking for cool, sick ass characters to play. And you got another one of my personal favorites in Zamasu. Zamasu's badass character. I love Zamasu in Dragon Ball. Unfortunately, he is in Dragon Ball, but Zamasu is another cool badass character. So Zamasu's Blaze of Judgment and also his Wall of Light in Dragon Ball is actually pretty sick too. Another cool character, me personally, Ermac. I think Ermac's sick. I might be in the minority here, but I think Ermac was a pretty sick character in Mortal Kombat. I think Ermac was one of the well-designed character. I like his whole how he used to control people without even getting next to him. Ermac was pretty sick. And one of the coolest characters, because I gotta go back to Street Fighter for the last one, is everyone's favorite character, G. G is so sick. I love the whole mysterious vibe and the mysterious gimmick. He's also the president of the world. Everyone's saying Q, but this is actually just G. Lordy G. Now, obviously picking characters because they're cool, to me, I feel like is the most basic way to pick your fighting game character. Cool, aesthetically pleasing, but that's probably the most common way. But you know, the other common way is, you know, everyone picks their waifus and their husbandos. So you know, I gotta throw Laura in there, because you know, that's how I got on Laura. The filthy waifu picker, yeah, that's me. You know, you got Laura. There's too many waifu characters to pick from. You got Laura, Juri, Baiken, who else? Safina. There's too many to count, so I can't do all the waifu and husbando characters, but that is also another common way people pick their character. Now, also another way people pick their fighting game characters is mechanically, because you know, I figured this out. Well, I learned this about myself too. I'm actually very bad at charging, so I'm terrible at charging, so I always avoid charge characters. But you know, some people can only charge, so you know, you go to characters like Guile. Guile's pretty good for picking characters that you're not really used to doing motions. You can avoid doing motions, or maybe vice versa. Maybe you're just very good at doing motions and you're like me and you just hate doing charge inputs. So also you can just stay on characters like Guile. Who else is charge? Axel. There's a decent amount of charge characters too. Mechanically, I mean, another reason people play certain characters is style of play. You know, people just like grabbing people, which is kind of weird, but I've never really been like a huge grappler fan. But you know, you got the people who just love playing grappler, like Geef. Oh shit. Oh, my bad. I actually, you know, Geef is right here, right where everyone wants him to be. So this is, just a depiction of what Zangief looks like right now. But maybe I was trolling. But you actually got Geef right here. But I actually did a lazy job with this Geef photo because it's kind of off the screen. But Capcom's been doing a lazy job with Geef right now. You got Geef here. People love grapplers. Who else? You got Potemkin. Potemkin's a pretty popular grappler too. People just love grabbing people. I don't know. I've never had that fixation on grabbing people. I've never really played a grappler, to be honest. Laura was actually the first grappler I played. But people love grabbing people, command grab. It's like a strike of fear. Maybe they just love the big body characters, aesthetically pleasing. That's just not really been for me. Also, you got King. King's also a very popular grappler that people like to play in fighting games. So you really just kind of got to find where you are and like what kind of do you like grabbing people. That's not for me. I don't like grabbing people. I think that's kind of weird. And people will hate you if you play grappler. So I don't want people to hate me, so I try not to play grapplers a lot of the time. Also, another kind of character that people play are zoners. Now, zoners are also, people hate you for playing zoners. Actually, I think people just hate you for playing any character nowadays, but people like zoners. So you got zoners like Fairy. People actually don't even know I play Grand Blue, but you got zoners like Fairy. Fairy was sick. I did enjoy playing Fairy and Grand Blue for a while. So, you got the zoners like Fairy, zoners like Axel. People actually don't like Axel either. But, you gotta annoy people when playing fighting games too. It's to really get people to hate you people are gonna hate you no matter what characters you play, whether it's grapplers or zoners, but these are probably the two most hated archetypes. So to continue with the zoners, you got Fairy, Axel, Dhalsim, everyone's probably most hated character in Street Fighter V right now. No one likes playing against Dhalsim. You probably cannot find a human being right now who enjoys playing against Dhalsim right now. So, you got the grapplers and the zoners, which also help people really get into you get the grapplers and zoners who have their own styles of play. People may like grabbing people, and other people may be very introverted and keeping people away and don't even want to even bother figuring out what the other person's going to do and play their own single player game. Here's one area that I was actually hesitant to put in the video because I don't really think people pick characters slowly on this purpose, but I might be wrong. But the one other thing is you pick top tier. No matter what character you pick, you always just go straight to top tier. Doesn't matter. Boot up the game, first tier list within a week. You just go straight to top tier. Does not matter. We got Swiftmaster, probably the most annoying DNF character I've ever fought against. Swiftmaster is actually just mad annoying. Swiftmaster was actually one of the reasons I did not like. I kind of stopped playing DNF like that. But Swiftmaster is actually up there with the why is this character even invented kind of character. You also got other top tiers like Steve. I keep up with the Smash scene. I've seen all the Steve hate, and I just think it's funny that we're getting that the Smash players are getting tortured by a Minecraft character. But I have to throw Steve in here just for shits and giggles. But the people who are lucky enough to pick top tiers in every fighting game, kudos to them. I don't really get lucky like that. I feel like I never really pick top tier characters because I'm a hard-working lore main out here. So you got the people who get lucky and always pick the top tier characters, or like gravitate towards the top tier character very often. And then you got the don't be that guy. I actually hate. I feel like these people who pick the characters solely on this reason are like very weird. But you get the low tier heroes. I know all you guys have the friend who are just the low tier heroes. So, the person boots up the game immediately and was like, man, who's the worst character? I'm just going to go straight to Dan. Like, I will never understand people like this. I feel like you are just torturing yourself at this point. Dan, I've never liked Dan in any Street Fighter games, in Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5. I don't see the appeal to ever picking Dan. It might just be me, might be my competitive mindset, might be me not even trying to have fun with a low tier character, but me, I've never ever wanted to play Dan in any sort of Street Fighter game. Another character like that in the fighting game genre is Faust. I don't know how people have fun playing Faust. Faust is mad random. I couldn't justify going to a tournament or to any event playing Faust. Like, you're hoping that you just toss the right item. Imagine you're in grand finals of Evo and your last item you toss and you throw your opponent a trumpet and then you just lose the game from there. Could not be me. I would never want to play a character like Faust in tournament or Dan or the last one. I feel like you're trolling. It's Servbot. Now Servbot was kind of like very random and like a very awkward character, but I hear Servbot is also one of those meme kind of characters where like people are just like playing Servbot for the like super memes and like trying to like shit on their opponent or have a good time. But you know, I never really went to the joke kind of character side, so that's just personally me and how I play fighting game. I never really wanted to play joke characters, but if you guys want to play joke characters and have fun, by all means, always try to have fun when you're playing video games in general. Now, one of the final reasons to play characters, I had to go on a lot of websites that I don't want to find. I figured this out way randomly. I figured it out randomly from like going on Twitter and stuff. Please don't demonetize this video. But one of the reasons people actually play character are cup sizes. I found this chart somewhere where somebody literally had the cup sizes of all the female characters in all the fighting game, and you know, people might play Shermie because, you know, she has the biggest bust size. I don't know. Would that be me? Couldn't be me. But you know, to each their own. You know, that is also another reason to play your characters in fighting games. But you know, through all the memes and all the jokes, to be quite honest, guys, play whoever you want. As long as you're having fun with the game, that is the main point. If you find a fighting game character fun, it could be Servbot, it could be Swiftmaster, it could be Guile. As long as you guys are having fun, that's how you pick your fighting game character. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know how you guys picked your main character. If it was basically throwing a dart at a dartboard, did you get lucky? Or is there some sort of process? Don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you guys next video.